Hey, Mom, what do 16-year-olds care about?
When I was 16, all I cared about was smashing the patriarchy and burning it all down.
Oh, my God.
Girls constitute a revolution.
Burlington native Amy Poehler produced, directed, and stars in the new Netflix film Moxie. Based on the book by Jennifer Mathieu, a fun, fierce, feminist manifesto for high school girls.
Revolution, baby!
A fan of the book, Burlington Library's young adult librarian, Nicole spoke with Amy about making Moxie.
Thanks to help from BCAT, we Zoomed with Amy, and she talked about how she learned about the book and turning it into a movie and what that process was like.
It was one of those great projects that started kind of in-house from the bottom up. So we met with Jennifer, we optioned the book, we found writers, we produced it. I decided to direct it and be in it. So it was just like a really fun process.
The book is about Vivian, who is a teenager in Texas, and she's really sick of the school letting the football players get away with whatever they want because they're football players, and they have a very sexist attitude at this school.
Can I help you?
I don't know, can you?
He's bothering you. He's harassing me. If you use that word, that means I have to do a bunch of stuff.
She finds some Riot Girl music that used to belong to her mother, as well as some zines, and she's just really inspired to try to fight back and change the culture and make the boys at her school responsible for their own behavior. And she works together and she starts getting together with these girls and really forms some great bonds.
So how involved was Jennifer Mathieu in the making of the movie? What was it like collaborating with an author?
What's so special about Jennifer is she's a teacher. she's an English teacher in Texas. So she was writing what she knew. And we spoke to her about really trying to maintain the soul of the book, the feeling of it, especially the mother-daughter relationship, which a lot of what the story, is centered around.
Don't keep secrets from me. I'm actually already pregnant. It's a very funny joke, right?
In the spirit of the book and the film, Nicole put together some goodie bags with Moxie.
Mostly we're making them because I was very excited about this movie. I think it's a great message. Teens learning to stand up for themselves and how they can really make a difference in their community, and so I wanted to show that. The initial thing that seemed very obvious was how to make a zine. In the book, the teens make a zine. It's like a handmade magazine. That's how they communicate, and that's how they sort of get together and plan things. So those supplies are in there. There's some Moxie soda just because it makes me laugh. There's a QR code so that they can listen to some of the Riot Girl music that really inspires the teen in the book and the movie. There are Moxie stickers thanks to Netflix. There are temporary tattoo stars.
I'm wearing my hearts and stars, and for people that don't know, in the film, this is just an example of how the young women kind of signal to each other that they're going to join the fight.
And what are you hoping that teens take away from Moxie?
I hope they think it's cool and funny. And I hope they think that the characters are people they recognize. I hope it's a film that inspires them or challenges them. I hope they have a feeling about it. It doesn't even have to be a good one. I just hope they feel something about it. I hope they sense that the cast cared deeply about what they were making. I hope they feel a sense of authenticity because it really existed in the making of this. And I think we're all coming off a very lonely year, very isolated year. So I think if it reminds them the community is important, finding your group, and that you can't do anything alone, then we've done our job right.
There are people out there that you probably don't know that are across your clique lines that probably agree with you. And so reach out, forge, and make those connections.
Moxie, produced, directed, and starring Burlington's own Amy Poehler,
I'm excited to be back on BCAT. It's been a long time.
can be seen on Netflix. From the Burlington Public Library, I'm B News reporter Tad Stefanak.